Welcome to the channel. This is TechnoScope.
Okay guys, so now that it's in the home position, they say to take a piece of A4 paper and check to make sure that the print head, the extruder is at the right height by seeing if you can slide a piece of paper under it. It says that it should a slight amount of resistance when trying to put the paper under there, but that the paper should not be dragged with the extruder, or the print head as I call it. As you can see, it actually goes in there, and there is a bit of I can actually feel it rubbing against the paper. I'm noticing that they don't actually tell you how to check on the manual, how to actually check different points on the printer. It just says to check the different points to make sure that the extruder doesn't drag the paper. How you're supposed to know, how you're supposed to figure that out, I have no clue, because it doesn't say anything about doing that in here. Let's turn it on and see if maybe that does anything. Maybe it'll move and we'll find out. Well, I got it to move. I don't know what I did, but I got it to move, so maybe it's good. Who knows? At this point, I don't know. So they're saying before I turn it on to insert the memory card now. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it back off, and then I'm going to put the memory card in, and then I'll turn it back on. Okay, so the memory card is in there now. I'm going to go ahead and turn the printer back on, and we'll take it from there. So it's saying to rotate the wheel to highlight the temperature entry, menu entry, and press the control wheel to open the temperature menu. There's only 3 things on here, so I'm guessing maybe it's under monitor. Again, this selection menu does not look like what they have online, so I'm guessing they changed it since the documentation was made. Okay, so it says to highlight the extruder entry, and I found it here under the monitor menu. So I'm going to select extruder. Rotate the control wheel to set the temperature to the target temperature for the type of filament you plan on using. So we're setting the extruder temperature to you probably can't see this because it's probably too bright, but it's set to 190 on extruder. So, and on platform, which is this part right here, it says to set the temperature to the target temperature for the type of filament you're using. This actually makes no sense to me. I don't know. Okay, so I'm looking at this website, and it says that even after being printed, PLA, which is the type of filament that we're using, can become soft at temperatures of 50 degrees Celsius. So the platform is set to 50 degrees Celsius. I think that's where we're going to leave it. Obviously, it doesn't need to melt once it's been printed. So it's saying the next step is to start preheat, but after I set the temperature for the platform, it started preheating itself. So I don't think that's really an issue. You still probably can't see this, but it's saying that the extruder temperature right now is 188 degrees, and the platform temperature has gone up to 53, which I'm not sure why, because the target is 50. So the next thing it says to do is to prepare the filament, and what it wants me to do is to take a pair of cutters or scissors and cut it diagonally, basically giving the filament a sharp point. Okay, because I wasn't quite sure how to use that white PLA that they included with the printer, I went ahead and opened up a roll of the filament that I bought initially with the printer. This is by 3D Solutech, or Solutech, not sure. And this is chocolate brown. That's what we're going to start off with. So it says here to go to the Move menu and select the Z-axis option, and to turn the wheel counterclockwise to raise the extruder off the platform. Okay, so I've placed the filament on the printer, and it says to take the filament, hold this lever up here. So hold it this way, and to insert it through here, and you're basically going to feed until it hits the extruder. You'll feel resistance, and that's when you let go of the lever. I'm feeling resistance already. So basically what I'm doing is hold this lever here and feed the filament until it reaches the extruder. So now it wants me to select extrude. I'm guessing that's the E on here. Under the Move menu, it says highlight the extrude menu in the Move menu, press the control wheel, and then turn it counterclockwise to feed the filament into the extruder. Counterclockwise says up, so I'm not really sure. But it actually feeds in. That's kind of backwards from what I thought it would be. There it goes. So you do that until it starts to extrude filament from the printer. Okay, so I used the plastic scraper to remove the little bit that came out to start with, and there was a little bit, after I did that, a little more filament started to come from the extruder, from the nozzle. So according to the manual, you're supposed to wait until it stops coming out and then clean it. Okay, so the next step is to print a test pattern from the micro SD card. So what they want you to do is to go to the print menu, which is the first one on here, and to load up cat.gcode file, which is the first thing that it's got selected. And what it should do, okay, so I'm not really sure what happened there, because it was supposed to start printing, but instead it ejected the filament. Okay, so the first test, I'm not sure what went wrong. While it was supposed to be printing the filament, the first thing it did was eject it out of the printer, and then it started trying to print. But I don't know. So I fed it back in there. I had to go through the reheat process again for some reason. Looks like when I canceled the print, it also cooled off everything else. So it is currently heating everything back up, and we'll try it again. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and try this print one more time and see if we can get it to print without ejecting all the filament. Okay, looks like it's working this time.
TechnoScope is a Twisted Curve production.